Welcome back, traders and investors. We have Annie Logue on the line. She's a freelance writer and consulting analyst and author of Day Trading for Dummies. Or you could say Day Trading for Joel if you wanted to put that in there. How you doing today, Annie?
I'm fine, thank you. How are you doing?
Good. I see that you want to talk about trading near bankrupt companies. I think we had an article on our site regarding that. I guess you have limited risk if you're buying companies that are trading at that low of the price. When it comes to my mind is the American Airlines that traded for pennies and ended up going off the board at $11, and you can look at where that stock is trading now as a part of U.S. Air. What are some of the near bankrupt companies that you're looking at?
Well, some of the ones that I think are interesting right now to keep an eye on would be Zynga and King Digital,
Okay.
both of which make all those annoying Facebook games, but they're also addicting. Their business model assumed, growth rates that weren't, or when people bought the stocks, they were assuming growth rates that weren't sustainable. And we are starting to see some softening in the tech sector with some of these app businesses that maybe were overbought for a while. But they have games people like. So, again, there's an asset there that someone would want. And I think when you start dealing with that low end of the market, that's really the question. Is there something somebody would want? And if there is, then there's a likelihood that the investor will get some money back or will at least get some trading action as all of this works out. Because if you're day trading, that's really what you're looking for. You're looking for a lot of news and a lot of speculation that's going to give you intraday opportunities. And I think both of those companies, because there's so much news flow, because there's so much uncertainty, and because they have products people like, they might be very interesting to keep an eye on.
Okay, so you said from a day trading perspective, so you're thinking
Mm-hmm.
that there's going to be pops and drops in something like
Mm-hmm.
Zynga, and in order to trade that, intraday, you have to trade some pretty good size. So it's probably paramount that you have a broker with low commissions, correct?
Yes.
And I guess you can't be out there, lifting offers and whacking bids either, because if it doesn't, if you're giving up a 2 cent edge each way, it really cuts down on your profitability. What I mean, do you focus on daily highs and lows and and pivot points, or what do you do? I mean,
I would focus on the pivot points for these. Or, again, be willing to hold for a couple of days as it plays out. It does help that they are lower priced, so it is easier to control a reasonable position without a huge commitment of capital. But yeah, you do if you're going to you do have to watch the commissions because they can be killers, and you have to watch the execution. Clearly that's a mistake a lot of traders make as they get especially newer traders, is they get so focused on the commission rate that they don't pay any attention to the execution. And some brokers are a lot better at execution than others, and are a lot better at the needs of frequent traders than others. So, this isn't, you're not buying an ETF to buy and hold for 50 years, when you're buying these stocks. So,
all right. Well, Candy King is getting crushed today.
yeah.
Holy mackerel! I hope you weren't holding that one overnight. But man, back
Yeah.
under $14 here, making a new
Hmm.
all-time low at 1365. And what I'm seeing now is that we've almost traded the volume from yesterday. Had a big volume day at 6 million. It looks like we've almost traded 5 million. So when you get some crazy news like this, do you stay out of that stock for the day, or do you get in there and get dirty?
Well, if you can be paying attention during the course of the day, this can be a good one to get in there. But again, because things are moving so rapidly, this isn't, place your position in the morning and then check on them at lunch hour. This is like true day trading stuff. for people who are still, if you're still doing that true day trading, this is a good one, to pay attention to. If you're holding for a longer period, another one that I think is interesting is Aeropostale, the teen clothing retailer, which is one of the most shorted stocks of all right now. And it's actually been holding up, and in part there may be some short squeeze going on, but the stock is under $4 a share right now, and that sector of the market has been under a lot of pressure because of recession, and also some changing trends. More high schools requiring a dress code or a uniform shirt, more teenagers interested in thrift shopping, as opposed to having the newest, latest thing from the mall. Aeropostale is an example of a company that may not have a lot of super long-term assets people want because, basic teen retail clothing is a commodity. However, there's a lot of activity right now, and because of the potential for a short squeeze, if they get through September sales with, good numbers, it could be interesting.
Do you have the book value on that?
I gotta look that up.
Okay, that's okay. Also,
yeah, I should be like, have all my spreadsheets and stuff.
No. I threw you under the bus on that one. Sorry about that.
Yeah, that's okay. No, that's your job. But the thing with retailers is they're easier to liquidate, because there is such a big market for clearance. So many clothing clearance stores out there, online and in brick and mortar. And a lot of those brands come in and out of style. So you see a lot with teen brands. They go out of style for 20 years, and then all of a sudden everybody's wearing Hang 10 again,
Hang 10,
like that.
wow, I used to have those. Are little feet, right? Was that the symbol on
that?
Yeah, I had some of those a long time ago. All right.
Yeah.
Before we let you go here, just tell us a little bit about your book and what it can do for traders.
Well, it's a very basic guide to beginning trading, to getting started and to thinking about your trading as a business so that you can clearly define when you are when you're in the market, what kind of brokers you're going to deal with, what kind of trading style you're going to do. And I think that, trading is because one of the things I mentioned to Brianna when we were scheduling this is I finally saw The Wolf of Wall Street. And you do need to be careful because there are a lot of people who will take advantage of traders. When you think about these sectors, you have stocks like Cynic.
Oh, yeah.
Complete and total fraud, although some people made money in it. But then you also have some of these stocks that are very inexpensive, that have some news flow, that are real businesses. So there's something to play around with there. And, and I think that that's very important for people if they're going to be day traders because, the name of the game is to make money, but you want to make money the right way, and you want to deal with people who are trying to make money the right way.
Okay.
And,
That sounds great. Annie Logue, freelance writer, consulting analyst, and author of Day Trading for Dummies. Annie, thanks for coming on. We hope to have you on again soon.
Okay, great. Thank you so much.
Okay.